So here we are at MacBean Sky Fitness and Farm Prepping. Walking out to the remnants of the garden. Still some produce that'll be coming out. I should still get some tomatoes. Possibly if it doesn't get too cold, but where they were turning red before, they're just staying green. So that's a kind of curiosity. You can see everything else is pretty much grown and gone. I did harvest that one pumpkin before the squirrels got to it. And then I still have a watermelon, which I'll probably pick here pretty quick. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much dried up and done. So it'll be time to pull all the stakes, all the solar lights, and try to till the ground one time before the season ends. And yeah, still got some bean seeds I can get. I did dig up some carrots. Carrots I can actually leave in the ground if I want to. And we'll go from there. So now I think I'll take a quick hike to the pond. And then we'll go for our morning walk. I've been bringing in the pepper plants at night. Well, actually, I bring them in before I go into work. Because it's been getting down in the upper 30s at night, and that kind of damages the plants. So there they are, getting some sun, and then I'll probably trim them down a little bit further as we go. My favorite shade tree. Now I'll walk out towards the pond. It's still in the morning. It's in the, I think, maybe low 50s right now. But I'll be moving, so I'll keep me warm. Anytime I get done my walk, it'll probably be a good 5 degrees warmer. Nice breeze coming through. We're not showing any rain coming until probably next week. And my pond could use it. It's getting pretty low. I would say it's about 2 or 3 feet lower than it needs to be. Good solid rain will bring it right back up. There's the habitat. Flowers are getting towards the end. They'll drop a few million seeds. Spring back up next year. Got some volunteer trees I'm going to have to cut out because they produce thorns that are extremely long. See if I can show them here. And they're tough to kill. But yeah, those hurt. And the whole tree will be like that if I don't take them out. They're volunteers. I didn't plant them. They do get huge over time, but I'd rather have the maple trees and pine trees and oak trees and apple trees. So I think I'll go down the friendly dog route today. I was thinking about tramping in the woods, but I think I'm going to give the animals a little bit longer of a break. I keep going back there too often, I stand a chance of pushing them out. And a lot of people hunt back there, and I don't think they'd appreciate not having a good season. And if they are following my videos, you can always leave some, venison or jerky in my mailbox. I'll be okay with that. Speaking of the mailbox, nothing important. So today's agenda, it's Lazy Thursday. Get some things done around the house. Let me see if I can. Might be a little hard to zoom in on him. See if I can catch him. Got a vulture out there. Looks like it's heading this way anyway. So I might get a better view of it later. I'll do some throwing on the road. I was happy with my throwing on Tuesday. Yesterday at work, had a nice solid day at work. I was looking forward to coming home at 11:30 and having a nice cold beer and watching some Forge and Fire. By the time I got back home, Forge and Fire wasn't on. And I was tired. So I went to bed. Had a glass of water. Which is probably better for me anyway. Whatever now and then. I like to see if I can catch him. And the thing is, I really can't see if I got him or not. It's hard to tell. I'll go back to on the replay. So today just throw some disc, eat lots of food. I will probably go to the gym in Pontiac and maybe knock out some arms real quick. And then tomorrow is bench day Friday, with just a touch of deadlifts. So that should be a fun day. Then Saturday, if it works out well. Oh, puppy dogs, how we doing? You gonna come out and see me? Hey there, puppies. Hey there. Well, hello. Well, hello. How you doing? You a good doggy? You a good dog? Yeah, okay. You go back up there. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, good puppy dog. I've only met him once before. And I have petted him. He's a nice, pretty dog. But he's pretty much, there could be an indivisible fence there, I'm not sure. Pretty much stays in his property. Hi, puppy! Hi there! Yeah, good doggy. And you let him know that you're friendly. With the fact he's staying in the property, there's either he's well trained, or he's got one of those invisible fences. Which is kind of a really good idea, because out in the country, the cars are either going really slow down here, or they're going fast. And nothing hurts more than having your dog get hit on the road. When I was a kid, I had one that got hit twice, survived both times. But, you know, required a lot of vet time. And one time we put 9 pins in his leg. So he's a tough old dog. But it would have been nice if that technology was out there at the time, but it wasn't. So it looks like neighbors are not home. The puppy dogs are probably locked in. So I don't get to see them today, but I'm sure Wayne's dogs up here will be out and I can say hello to them. At the cattle up here, they have horses too. Cornfields are mostly still up, but they're starting to bring them down. Actually, I imagine by the end of this weekend, most of them will be down. Because it's nice and dry, and it's the perfect time to harvest them. Otherwise, if you get a rain, well then you gotta wait for them to dry again. Otherwise, it spends a lot of time in the elevator, the evaporator running, which costs money. Why not have Mother Nature take care of it for you? Which doesn't cost money. I got the alfalfa fields cut twice already. Last time wasn't really that long ago. And they use this obviously to feed their cattle. And it's popular with the deer. I'll see deer at night here in this field often. They probably have time for one more cut. And then if they don't cut it, it won't grow back. You'll get, the weeds will take over. So alfalfa is something that you either have to cut or burn to keep. Same thing with clover. If you don't cut clover, the grass will take over. So there's areas where I mow 2 or 3 times a year that have a lot of clover in it, and that's why I do it. And then the areas where I stopped mowing, well, the big prairie grasses took over. Clover is important for honeybees and also for deer and rabbits. It's a good food source for them. Oh, what a beautiful day. Really can't ask for better. Can, walk at a nice brisk pace, and you don't have to worry about sweating or dehydrating, and just nice and comfortable. But it's also good for your heart health. So I'll start out in the morning with a weight gainer protein shake, because I'm so active that if I don't take in extra calories, and I'm too light to do the bulk lifting. And I notice that my strength is starting to return back to the way it should be now that I'm at 240 pounds. At 233, and you don't think 7 pounds is a lot, but it is. I didn't have that raw strength sustainable at that weight. I'm just too tall and too large of a build, and for most people that's plenty of weight for them, if not too much for somebody 6'4" and 240, 245, probably even 250 is better. Up here to Mud Creek and see if there's any turtles trying to warm up, because they really need to get in the direct sun to get active. Oh, something. Oh, look at that. Ducks. Bunch of mallards. Hopefully I can make a short on that for my farms and prepping channel. Try to keep things very active. The shorts are just good for getting attention to your channel. They don't make any money. The longer versions actually do a little better for you, and it's just a chance for me to reconnect with my subscribers and other content creators. Giant Prepper Nation had a good premiere this morning. I listened into Rudy was always on the information as soon as it happened. Put out a good one on the Bank of England and red flags that are going there. Bitter Critter sits there, shows you what the zoo farm looks like. Ark Wildman Survival, and what you can walk out in the woods and eat. Looks like the dogs are inside. They might be outside when I come back. Might just started a little bit too early today. Northern Girl Hobbies. Get to see what's going up in Canada. Hey, same thing with Van City Prepper. Jennifer Cruz. Get my spiritual time in. Of course, there's Michael at the Body Beatdown. One of the main motivators why I go on these walks. I do appreciate that. And we have similar attitudes about working out. See a bunch of acorns there I'm probably going to pick up later. What I do is I just get a handful of acorns, I throw them out my field, and eventually over 10 years or more, you start getting some trees out there. Suppose I could plant them in the ground, but I like to have that kind of just happened in the wild thing. You know, I could keep, it's boring, not really nothing going on there. And there's a little more contour and woods and stuff going on down here. All those acorns I was telling you about, how it got missed on the road. Who knows, there's 2 of them. And I just put them in my pocket. And I'll throw them out in the field when I get back to the house. You got a good amount of firewood stored up. I know the house has got a wood burning stove. Oops, on this way. So he'll have plenty of wood. Now they got a wood burning stove. I think he's got a pellet stove too, or used to have a pellet stove. People owned the house before. I basically use LP. I do have backup heat. Woo. That I use. Form of candles and candeliers, and also I got like a couple infrared heaters I can plug in. They kind of help with the main household. The furnace is obviously the most efficient way of, but I did pick up the candles on sale, on clearance, and they extend my LP probably about 25% during the year. I know that the LP company will be saying, yeah, you should be around 20%. And I'll say, yeah, I'm at 45. You're like, man, you said that thermostat had. I said, not high. This morning, I just put a light coat on when I came downstairs. I don't need to run the furnace until probably the end of October. You know, until it starts getting below 0. I really don't need to have the furnace on. Because LP costs money. But I gotta get them to come top the tank off. Depending on the winter, I usually go through about a tank and a half. We did have a really bad winter when I went through almost 3 tanks. We had like 4 weeks of significantly below 0. And I didn't, at the time, I didn't have really the second and third sources of heat. And there was a lot of insulation issues, which I have fixed. And I will be putting up the panels around the deck here pretty quick. And that really keeps the kitchen a lot warmer. And then I got some plywood. I'm gonna probably board up the back windows and one side entrance we don't use to keep from losing a lot of heat through there too. And that'll be my next year's spring projects this fall, if they ever do call me. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go pick up the door and install it myself, because it's already Thursday and they haven't got called by their installer to measure. So it looks like I'll be calling Home Depot again today and asking them what's going on. And I think I know what it is. It's just a, storm door installation, and the installer probably lives south of Bloomington and doesn't want to drive all the way out to me to do a job he's probably only going to make, $100 on. I'm sorry you signed up for that service to provide for the company. You need to do that service. Otherwise, don't sign up. But we'll see what goes on. And then we have a stove coming. And of course, we're on LP, and a lot of the stores will not install LP. Obviously, there's the potential for doing things wrong. Last time I put the kit in myself, but I do believe I can get the LP company to come out there and do it for me. If not, I think I got the ability to handle it. I knew I heard a helicopter. Here it comes. Now, they will crop dust with both helicopters and planes out here. We do have a small airport for like Cessnas and stuff like that in Pontiac. Wow. That's him there. Nothing special about it. There we go. So, what else? I hope everybody in Florida is recovering well. It was a huge storm that hit you, still hitting you. I know there's a lot of flooding. My prayers go out to the families that have lost people. I don't know how verified the information is, but what we're getting on the news media is possibly 100 people had died during the storm, which is sad. We'll get the real information after a while. Right now it's just kind of non-verified. You see one of the neighbors that live up there pulling down the driveway, at least. That big prairie field here, which should be really good for pheasants and deer. I'm sure if I had a good dog and walked in there, I'd kick up a lot of game. I hate to think how many field mice are in there. Probably a couple billion. Here's that vulture again, keeping company. Now, something I haven't really walked up upon lately is any hawks. I know they're out here. I haven't really seen them this summer in the same numbers. Some of these things you kind of take to note as you're out in the area all the time. I usually do see them when I'm driving. That could be a little bit too. You cover more area. I usually had a hawk or two hunting my fields, and I haven't really seen them this summer. So, things that you have to check on your environment to make sure the environment's still healthy. Summer's been very nice, very sunny, lots of flowering plants. So plenty of food for the bees, lots of butterflies. I can hear the crickets in the field. I don't know if you picked that up or not, but there literally are probably just hundreds of thousands of them out there, if not millions. I haven't seen the spider plague yet. I gotta imagine it's coming pretty quick. You know, because they respond to the food source and they'll increase in numbers. Here we go, a bunch of black-eyed Susans, little wild daisies, lots of plant life. Now we're coming up to the little trailer park. Now some of these places kind of crack me up because they remind me of some of the areas I see in the Fallout games, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. And, you know, I always say, oh, this is where you find the Deathclaw Gauntlet plans. And also I have to fight one of them. And the funniest thing is the wife was asking about the Mojave Desert, and she Googled it. And she goes, what's a Deathclaw? I said, what are you talking about, honey? I said, well, there's somebody put a statement. You gotta be careful of the Deathclaws by the quarry on Route 17. I started laughing. I I said, holy crap. Because that's from the game Fallout New Vegas. I said, yeah, and they're dangerous. They're fictional. But it was funny, somebody put that comment in there. It like fit so well. It was awesome. So here's the trailer park. At one time I've seen somebody out there working their weed eater. And you can tell there's chairs set up and bonfires set up. So I think they use it for probably a summer getaway or weekend getaway. Kind of cool. And then just past this we have the junkyard. And we'll see if the vehicles have moved or not. I have yet come up to anybody outside. Although during the early spring, there was lights on, and either a radio or TV was on. And haven't seen that this summer either. So either their electricity's been shut off, which is a possibility. I thought maybe they moved out, but then I did see that the one truck had moved. There's Mud Creek. There's a good bit through the woods. And those little bird. Lots of habitat there. Lots of places for deer. But you might walk in the woods, I usually sneak upon. Now this area is posted, so I don't go in there. Well, at least not yet. Oh, got a big truck coming. We get over to the other side. So I got that one pickup, hasn't really moved. This guy's slowing down like he's got a purpose. Yeah, the other truck has moved. I don't know what's up with this guy. Garbage service. So, same road tiller in the back. Lawn chair's pretty much in the same position. Same piles of junk. Well, if they ever have a fire here, this place will go up like a tinderbox. But yeah, I never see or hear anybody out here. Had whole beat up tires. Just there's a barn back there. It's hard to see until you get in this opening. It's posted. I don't think anything has moved in here in a long time. Even the lock there is rusted. A lot of woods. God knows what else is out there. So the morning walk is pretty much just to get some blood moving. I don't really need to go super far. I think it's be a good place to turn around. So I head back the other way. Thanks for joining me here. It's been a non-political walk so far. It'll probably remain that way. It's just getting out, stretching your legs, getting some exercise in, getting the heart beating, blood flowing. It's just good for you. And gives me the sense of accomplishment. I actually did something. Let me zoom in on a little bit. See the green elevator. About 500 people there. That's about it. There's way off in the distance is Mount Trash. That's where Chicago ships all its trash that we bury in the ground, because they can't get rid of it. Always got to turn the car AC to internal when you go by there. Otherwise, you pick up some interesting aromas. See, there's a panel there. It'd make a good window. I could almost use that. Of course, you guys didn't see it, but a lot of times you can repurpose stuff. Which I'll be doing a lot of come next year. So when you are kind of getting on the prepping part of it, when you're looking for preps, a lot of places to go to that people kind of forget are like Salvation Army stores and secondhand stores, and they have another one called Restore out here. You can pick up some pretty good deals on items. We stopped at one in Joliet, and there was a chair we probably should have got. I think we could have fit it in the car, because I've been wanting a sitting chair in the bedroom, because it's more comfortable than maybe to sit back and relax with a beer, and then I can't do it. I'm laying down in bed. I just don't fold that direction, so to speak. So the two projects this week, if it happens, will be the storm door in the front, which will help with keeping the cold air out of the house, and then the new stove. Home Depot had a killer deal on a really nice gas range. Our oven has been out for about a year. We have a small electric oven we've been using. Of course, the cooking surface was fine. But yeah, we'll be getting rid of that here pretty soon. And then try to, I guess one of these years, put new cabinets in there. I've had the ones that came with the house, and they're showing their age. So if I ever do find a deal at a Restore in that, I'll get my buddy's truck and we'll just grab them, make it a weekend project. At least the top cabinets. Bottom cabinets are more work. Yeah, I mess around with the sink, and oh god, the sink was an issue last time. You know, if I could just pull the old ones out and slip new ones in underneath that countertop, I would, but that'll probably be have a professional do. There's some things that I can do, and there's some things that probably better leave alone. So I think this constitutes about a 2.5 mile walk, if I remember correctly, from where I turned around. There's plenty of getting the heart rate moving and everything. I'll probably end the video here unless I see anything of real excitement. Then I'll do a short video. But everybody, thanks for joining in. Remember, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise. Stay active. Move around. Don't become a couch potato. You know, I mean, it's okay to sit and relax. I did this morning for about 45 minutes. Then you got to get out and you got to get moving. You know, remind that heart what it's there for. You will appreciate it in your later years. So, MacBean Fitness, Farms and Prepping. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.